I've spoken to Mark on several occasions about this particular issue, and he seems to me to be the only politician that I've been able to talk to in Colorado who is committed. I went to Representative Lamborn's office and asked them for help. They got a release from me to get my Medicare information. Medicare looked at my situation and sent back a letter to Congressman Lamborn that he then forwarded on to me with his letter. And his letter said, there's just nothing we can do. And the Medicare letter said, this is how the legislation was written. The way to change that is through legislative action. And my question is, who are these legislators? And Mark Udall is the only one of these legislators who has been willing to listen to what the problem is from my perspective. And I think I speak for a lot of other people who are disabled and elderly. Instead of simply giving me this sort of condescending statement or attitude that, well, you must just be wrong about how the program works. Mark said, tell me how it's working for you. He didn't argue with that. He said, I can see by looking at you that you can tell how this is working for you and how they would all work for you and why it's an issue. I had never had another one of our elected officials or even somebody who was campaigning for election say anything like that. My understanding is that Mark has introduced a bill into the House of Representatives to study the effect of the donut hole on people whose medication costs are extreme. And that at least will help point out the problem. And nobody else thinks that there's a problem at all. Mark Udall is an honest politician who listens to people like me who have problems that are generally disregarded by other politicians because the other politicians don't think that we matter. And Mark thinks every one of us matters. And that's why I support Mark.